92% of people who set goals to change their lives fail by February 15th. Today, we're breaking down 30 tiny, ridiculous-sounding habits that take less than 2 minutes each. By the end of this video, you're getting the exact daily blueprint to completely reinvent yourself in 365 days without ever feeling burned out. And pay close attention to the evening shutdown routine. If you skip that one, the other 29 habits won't even matter. The problem with self-improvement isn't a lack of willpower. Most of us try to go from 0 to 100. We say we're going to wake up at 5 a.m., run 5 miles, read a whole book a week, and start a side business all on a Monday. By Wednesday, we're completely exhausted and back to scrolling on the couch. Motivation is an absolute myth. Friction is the enemy. To actually change your life in a year, you don't need massive action. You need micro habits. These are actions so ridiculously tiny that it's actually harder to skip them than it is to just do them. Improving by just 1% every day makes you 37 times better by the end of the year. That's a real mathematical fact from James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits. And studies from University College London show it takes an average of 66 days for a new behavior to become automatic. It doesn't take 21 days like everyone tells you. So, we need habits that are easy enough to sustain for 66 days straight. We're going to break your day down into 10 phases. Let's get right into the first one. Phase 1 is the first 10 minutes of your day. This sets the tone for everything else. The very first habit is to drink 16 ounces of water immediately after waking up. You just went 6 to 8 hours without a single drop of liquid. Your brain is dehydrated, and that actually causes the massive morning brain fog you feel. Hydration jumpstarts your metabolism the second it hits your empty stomach. Do not wait until you get to the kitchen. Keep a full glass of water or a sealed bottle right on your nightstand. Before your feet even touch the floor, sit up and drink the entire thing. Andrew Huberman talks about this constantly. His protocols on early morning hydration completely transform your focus for the first half of the day. The biggest mistake people make here is walking past the water and going straight for the coffee maker. Drink the water first. Habit number 2 is getting 5 minutes of direct sunlight. Your circadian rhythm, which is your body's internal clock, needs light to know it's time to wake up. Getting sunlight in your eyes stops the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone, and spikes your cortisol in a healthy way to give you energy. The best way to do this is to literally walk outside while you drink that glass of water. Just stand on your porch or balcony for 5 minutes. The common mistake is trying to get sunlight through a closed window. Window glass filters out the specific wavelengths of light your eyes need to trigger the wake-up process. You have to actually step outside. Habit number 3 is 0 phone use for the first hour of the day. When you look at your phone right after waking up, you're forcing your brain to process hundreds of pieces of information. You get reactive dopamine spikes from texts, emails, and social media. This puts you in a state of defense for the rest of the day. To fix this, buy a cheap physical alarm clock. Leave your phone charging in another room. The mistake everyone makes is using their phone as an alarm, turning it off and then saying they'll check just one email. That one email ruins the entire first hour. Now we move into phase 2, which is your commute and morning transition. Habit number 4 is listening to an audiobook or a podcast instead of music. You spend hours in your car or on a train every single week. Turning that dead time into learning time is the biggest life hack out there. Cue up your audio the night before so you don't have to search for it while driving. If you're a commuter listening to just 15 minutes of a book daily, you'll finish about 12 books a year. Think about how much smarter you'll be in a year just from doing that. The mistake here is picking boring, dry books that put you to sleep. Pick something highly engaging that you actually want to listen to. Habit number 5 is taking 5 deep box breaths at a red light. Traffic is stressful. Your shoulders get tight and your breathing gets shallow. Box breathing forcefully lowers your cortisol levels before you even walk into work. Here's how you do it. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold that breath for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. And hold empty for 4 seconds. Do that 5 times. The mistake people make is doing it too fast. You have to actually count the full 4 seconds to get your heart rate to drop. Habit number 6 is mentally picking your one non-negotiable task for the day. The average adult makes 35,000 remotely conscious decisions every single day. If you walk into work with a list of 20 things, your brain shuts down from decision fatigue. You need singular focus. Mentally lock in the one thing that, if you finish it, makes the whole day a win. The common mistake is picking 5 non-negotiable tasks instead of just one. If everything is a priority, nothing is a priority. Pick one. We've got the morning locked down, but the craziest productivity hack is coming up in the afternoon slump section in just a bit. First, we need to handle phase 3, which is your desk setup. Habit number 7 is clearing your physical desk surface. Visual clutter equals mental clutter. When your brain sees piles of papers, dirty coffee mugs, and loose pens, it constantly processes that mess in the background. This drains your focus. Take 2 minutes every morning to throw away trash and put away pens. Minimalist workspaces actually reduce anxiety and increase task completion by 15%. The mistake is thinking you need to reorganize your entire filing cabinet. You don't. Just clear the flat surface right in front of you. Habit number 8 is keeping a full water bottle in your peripheral vision. We talked about morning water, but you need it all day. If the water is out of sight, it's out of mind. The visual cue of seeing the bottle triggers the habit of drinking. Buy a large water bottle and place it right next to your monitor. The mistake is keeping your water tucked away in your backpack or under your desk. Put it right in your face. Habit number 9 is doing a 2-minute brain dump on a sticky note. Your working memory can only hold a few items at a time. When you have random thoughts bouncing around like, buy dog food or call my mom, it creates what psychologists call open loops. These loops distract you from your real work. Take a sticky note and write down every single nagging thought in your head. Then, set it aside. Getting it on paper closes the loop in your brain. The mistake here is treating the brain dump as your official to-do list. It's not a to-do list. It's just a trash can for your random thoughts so your brain can focus. If clearing your morning brain fog is already making sense to you, hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. And we're just getting to the best part of the day. Phase 4 is all about being an energy protector. Habit number 10 is standing up every 60 minutes. Sitting for 8 hours straight destroys your posture, tightens your hips, and slows down your blood flow. Standing up resets your posture and sends a quick rush of blood to your brain. You don't need a fancy standing desk. Just stand up, reach your arms over your head, and stretch for 30 seconds. The common mistake is thinking standing up requires a full workout or a lap around the building. It doesn't. Just standing in place works perfectly. Habit number 11 is the 20-20-20 eye rule. Staring at a bright screen all day causes massive eye strain and tension headaches. Your eye muscles literally get locked into a fixed position. To break this, every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. It forces your eye muscles to relax and refocus. The mistake is looking away from your computer screen just to look down at your phone. You have to look at something far away, like a tree out the window or the clock on the far wall. Habit number 12 is keeping your phone on. Do not disturb until noon. The first few hours of your workday are your peak cognitive hours. This is when your brain is sharpest. Every time your phone buzzes, it takes your brain 23 minutes to fully get back to the level of focus you had before the interruption. Use the focus modes on your phone to block everything except emergencies. Software engineers who use focus modes report getting 4 hours of deep work done in just 2 hours. The mistake is allowing urgent notifications that aren't actually urgent. Social media likes and group chats can wait until lunch. That brings us to phase 5, the lunch break reset. Habit number 13 is eating away from your screens. When you eat while staring at an email or a video, your brain is distracted. You don't chew your food properly, and your body stays in a sympathetic nervous state, which ruins your digestion. Leave your phone at your desk and go eat in the break room or outside. The mistake people make is scrolling TikTok while eating and calling it a mental break. It's not a break. It's just a different type of screen fatigue. Habit number 14 is taking a 10-minute walk after you eat. When you eat a heavy lunch, your blood sugar spikes. Walking for just 10 minutes immediately after eating aids your insulin response and flattens out that blood sugar spike. This is a very common Mediterranean habit. They walk post-meal to aid digestion and prevent that terrible 2 p.m. crash. Walk around the block or just pace the hallway. The mistake is sitting in the break room chair for your entire hour and then going straight back to your desk chair. Habit number 15 is texting one friend or family member a quick compliment or check-in. As we get older, our social circles shrink because we get too busy to maintain them. A quick text builds massive social capital and makes you feel connected. Text something simple like, "Hey, saw this and thought of you," or "Hope you're having a great week." It takes 10 seconds. The mistake is overthinking the message and trying to start a massive, deep conversation. Keep it light and simple. Wait until you hear the one-tooth rule in a few minutes. It sounds insane, but it's the secret to never skipping a daily habit again. Phase 6 tackles the afternoon slump busters. Habit number 16 is swapping coffee for green tea or water after 2 p.m. Caffeine has a 6-hour half-life. That means if you drink a cup of coffee at 3 p.m., half of that caffeine is still actively circulating in your brain at 9 p.m. Late coffee completely ruins your deep sleep, even if you think you can fall asleep fine. Matthew Walker, a leading sleep scientist, talks about how afternoon caffeine mimics the symptoms of clinical insomnia. Set a hard caffeine cutoff time. The mistake is ignoring the rule because you feel tired. Drink ice water instead. The shock of cold water wakes you up without the caffeine crash. Habit number 17 is stretching your wrists and neck for 60 seconds. By 3 p.m., you've been typing for hours. Your wrists are tight and your neck is pushed forward. Take 1 minute to do simple wrist rolls. Gently pull your head from side to side to release the tension in your traps. The mistake is violently cracking your neck. Do not do that. Keep the movements slow, smooth, and intentional to relieve the physical stress of the day. Habit number 18 is doing a 5-minute inbox zero sweep. You don't want to wake up tomorrow to an inbox overflowing with yesterday's mess. Take 5 minutes right before your energy completely crashes to sweep the inbox. Archive the junk, delete the spam, and flag the things you need to handle tomorrow. The huge mistake here is trying to reply to complex emails during this 5-minute sweep. Do not answer them. You don't have the mental energy for it. Just sort them so your inbox is clean. Phase 7 is the workday shutdown. This is where you create a hard boundary between your job and your life. Habit number 19 is writing tomorrow's top 3 tasks tonight. We already talked about decision fatigue. Planning tomorrow tonight saves you from burning mental energy the next morning. Grab a sticky note, write down the 3 most important things you need to do tomorrow, and stick it to your keyboard. The mistake is writing a list of 15 things. Keep it to 3. If you get those 3 done, the day is a success. Habit number 20 is closing all of your browser tabs. Leaving 30 tabs open is a constant low-level source of anxiety. It's a visual reminder of all the work you haven't finished. When the workday is over, physically shut the laptop or close out the entire browser window. The common mistake is leaving tabs open just to remind me for tomorrow. That's a terrible strategy. Use bookmarks if you really need the page, but close the tab. Give your computer and your brain a fresh start tomorrow. Habit number 21 is saying out loud, "Work is done." This sounds weird, but it's incredibly powerful. The verbal cue triggers psychological detachment from your job. Cal Newport, who writes a lot about deep work, uses a famous shutdown complete routine. When you say the phrase out loud, you're signaling to your brain that it's safe to stop thinking about work. The mistake is thinking, "This is silly," and skipping it. Try it. Say it to yourself as you walk away from the desk. If this specific boundary trick hit home for you, drop a comment below and let me know. And while you're down there, hit subscribe so we can keep building these habits together. Phase 8 brings us to the health micro-wins. Habit number 22 is adding 1 vegetable to your dinner. Most diets fail because they're restrictive. They tell you to cut out carbs, cut out sugar, cut out everything you love. Instead of restricting, we're going to use an additive mindset. Just add 1 handful of spinach to your pasta or a side of carrots to your chicken. It takes 0 effort. The mistake is boiling tasteless vegetables and forcing yourself to eat them. Roast them with olive oil and salt. Make it easy and tasty. Habit number 23 is doing 10 squats or 10 push-ups right before you take a shower. This is called habit stacking. You're already going to take a shower every day. Tie a new physical habit to that existing trigger. Turn on the water, and while you wait for it to get warm, do 10 squats. Over a year, that's 3,750 squats you wouldn't have done otherwise. The mistake is judging the tiny habit. People think 10 squats is useless, it doesn't burn enough calories. It's not about the calorie burn. It's about building the identity of someone who exercises every single day. Habit number 24 is flossing just one tooth. This comes from BJ Fogg's Tiny Habits model, and it's brilliant. He proved that lowering the bar to one tooth guarantees success. The hardest part of any task is starting. When you tell yourself you only have to floss one tooth, you remove the friction of starting. And the crazy thing is, once you have the floss out and you do one tooth, you'll almost always finish the rest of your mouth. A man actually cured his lifelong bad dental hygiene with this exact rule because it bypassed his brain's resistance. The mistake is overachieving on day one, flossing for 10 minutes, making your gums bleed, and then never doing it again. Stick to the rule. Just one tooth. And the reason why most people wake up exhausted? You won't believe the weird mistake we all make right before bed. We'll get to that in just a second. First, Phase 9 is all about mindset calibrators. Habit number 25 is reading just 2 pages of a nonfiction book. Reading 2 pages takes about 3 minutes. But if you do that every night, you'll read about a book a month. That's 12 books a year. To make this easy, leave the book literally sitting on your pillow after you make your bed in the morning. You have to move it to go to sleep. The mistake is trying to read a whole chapter in bed, falling asleep halfway through, and then completely forgetting what you read the next day. 2 pages is enough. Habit number 26 is writing down one highly specific thing you are grateful for. Practicing gratitude physically rewires your brain to look for positive things instead of negative threats. But it only works if it's specific. Keep a notepad by your bed. Do not write, "I'm grateful for my family" every single night. Your brain gets bored of that. Write, "I am grateful for the really hot cup of coffee I had at 9 a.m. today." The mistake is being generic. Specificity is what creates the positive emotion. Habit number 27 is putting your clothes out for tomorrow. We talked about the 35,000 decisions you make a day. Picking an outfit, finding matching socks, and ironing a shirt burns a massive amount of decision energy before you even leave the house. Lay your clothes over a chair the night before. This eliminates morning friction completely. The mistake is checking the weather in the morning instead of at night. Check the weather tonight, pick the outfit tonight, and wake up to one less problem tomorrow. We are about to cover the sleep primers. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss next week's deep dive on optimizing your rest. Phase 10 is the final phase. The sleep primers. Habit number 28 is lowering the room temperature to somewhere between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Your core body temperature needs to drop by about 2 degrees to initiate sleep. If your room is too hot, your body fights to cool down, and you toss and turn all night. Elite athletes use temperature control to maximize their deep REM sleep for muscle recovery. Turn the thermostat down or open a window. The mistake is layering up with massive, heavy blankets that trap all your body heat and completely defeat the purpose of a cool room. Habit number 29 is charging your phone across the room. This is the single most important habit on this entire list. If your phone is on your nightstand, you will grab it. You will fall victim to revenge bedtime procrastination, where you scroll for hours to reclaim personal time after a long workday. To fix this, buy a 10-foot charging cable and plug it in by the bedroom door. The mistake is bringing the phone to bed and telling yourself it's just for an alarm. Buy the physical alarm clock we talked about in Phase 1. Keep the phone far away. Habit number 30 is using the 4-7-8 breathing method to fall asleep. When your mind is racing about an awkward conversation you had 3 years ago, you can't sleep. The 4-7-8 method acts as a natural tranquilizer for your nervous system. Here's how it works. Breathe in quietly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Exhale completely through your mouth, making a whoosh sound for 8 seconds. Do this 4 times. It forces your heart rate to slow down. The mistake is doing it one time, deciding it doesn't work, and going back to stressing. You have to complete the cycles to feel the physical shutdown effect. Now, before you go, I need to give you the bonus tip. It's called the rule of never two. You're human. You're going to mess up. You will miss a habit. You will forget to drink your water, or you will accidentally scroll on your phone in bed. The secret to changing your life isn't perfection. It's the bounce back. Never miss 2 days in a row. Missing one day is a simple mistake. Missing 2 days is the start of a brand new bad habit. If you miss your 10 squats today, give yourself some grace, but absolutely make sure you do them tomorrow. Here's your action plan. Listen to me carefully. Do not try to do all 30 of these habits tomorrow. That defeats the entire purpose of this video. If you try to do 30 new things tomorrow, you will burn out by dinner time. Step 1. Pick just one phase to start with tomorrow. That means you're only picking 3 habits. Maybe you want to start with the desk setup, or maybe you want to start with the sleep primers. Just pick one phase. Step 2. Write those 3 specific things on a sticky note and stick it right on your bathroom mirror so you see it first thing in the morning. Step 3. Once those 3 habits feel completely automatic, which usually takes about a week or 2, come back to this video and pick your next phase to stack on top of it. Your life a year from now is entirely determined by the tiny, seemingly invisible choices you make today. If you want to look back in 365 days and not even recognize the person you used to be, you have to start tonight. Pick just one habit right now. Put your phone across the room before bed tonight. See what happens when you wake up tomorrow feeling actually rested. Start small, build the momentum, and take your life back.